Tom? Sure. Tom Flohr, Trident Trikes. He has brought out...
And I hate to be the second fiddle to Ian here, but...
I'll let him go. He actually speaks very well by himself.
And I'm from the south, so I speak slow because right now. But tomorrow I heard the weather is going to be nice. We're going to have a lot of a tailwind all downhill and everything. And I am Tom Flohr with Trident Trikes, and I've met a lot of you this afternoon, obviously, and we had a good time test riding here with my other half, Betty, and Shelly over there. We drove over from North Carolina last night. And the few that I didn't talk to today, I'm sure we've had conversations over the internet, through BentRide or over the phone. And probably the thing I'm asked more often than anything else is just why on earth did I go into this business when the economy, was in the tank? And especially when it's such a specialized product like recumbent trikes, and the chances of success were nil. Although we are, just amazingly busy now. We have a waiting list of almost 100 right now. Rob's several this afternoon. And the reason I started, and this may seem arrogant, and Betty is one of the first people to tell you I'm one of the most arrogant people on earth, is I just thought that I could do it better. And I really never understood why recumbent trikes have to cost so much. And this is certainly the most common question I got this afternoon. Everybody comes with such low expectations when they see our trikes, and then they see them. It's always, well, how do you do it? And stuff like that. And some of it is production numbers. A lot of it, manufacturers just can charge that much. There's very little competition. Obviously, you would think over the years there's been so many more trike manufacturers building trikes, the prices should have come down, and they obviously haven't. We like to think that we've made an impact on this industry with pricing. I know since we've come out, a lot of manufacturers have lowered prices, and of course we like to think that we had something to do with this. But either way, the philosophy behind Trident is to bring more people into triking. Simple as that. Whether we're putting out a high quality product, we are certainly at the low end of the prices, but there's no excuse for our trike. We use the highest quality components. Everybody who saw them today, and I hope the rest of you will come look at them tomorrow and test ride for us. But it's there's again no excuses for our product. We're using every name brand that there is, great finish as well. And I'd like to thank, I wish Ian was here, but I'd like to thank him for paving the way. I've always told everybody here, and whoever asked me, I'm a big fan of Green Speed. They made it possible. You can look at my trikes, and I stole a lot of stuff. Aside from that, the demographics just are great for trikes right now. If you look in Rob's shop now, I can promise you 5-7 years ago, there was 20 recumbents in one trike. When I was in there, it was about half trikes today. So it is certainly for us people who rode diamond frames, and I hate to admit I'm still a diamond frame rider at some point, but who can't do it anymore? Still want something with high performance, but they do want to be able to ride, have balance issues. We do a lot of stuff with handicaps as well. As a matter of fact, we are sponsors of the Wounded Warriors, so they're doing a big ride in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina this year, and we are obviously we're donating a chameleon for them to use, as well as our Trident trailer for all the SAG vehicles for them this year. So anyway, how do you keep prices down? I mean, and that's the big question. It's still deliver the highest quality product. One of the things that Henry Ford always said was that you can have any color you want as long as it's black. Try to keep the options down. We make 2 colors. Everything is interchangeable. We are the same racks going all over trikes, the same fenders going all over trikes. Certainly all the accessories fitted. We have a hard shell seat that you'll see. If you look at it tomorrow, it fits every trike we've ever made. So again, it's just a matter of keep the options down. And probably the most common question about the pricing is folding trikes. Every trike that you've seen in the industry that folds is about $1,000 more than the ones that don't fold. And I can assure you, a folding trike costs me less to make than a non-folding trike. It's for a lot of reasons. The folding mechanism itself is about $35. It does take an extra 10 minutes to weld the bike. At the same time, we can ship so many more trikes folded, and we make it up so much more on the other end. We're shipping, not only shipping to us, we're shipping to the end customer as well. And The other thing is just perception. People have been trained to feel that a folding trike is worth $1,000 more than a non-folding trike, and I promise you that it isn't. So, and the other thing we do now is we're trying to ship our trikes fully assembled. When you get a Trident Trike, and Rob will tell you our packaging is the best in the industry. The boxes cost me $40 each. We have not had any damage at all. But they're fully assembled and adjusted. You put the seat on them, you adjust the boom, you put the mirror on, and you ride. And this is just a new concept of work. So, and you know, the success that we've had has been really gratifying. It's pretty stressful as well. It's a new product. We've gone through our growing pains. One of the biggest questions was how many to build when we first started out. You know, we're a new company. You know, do you build 2? Do you build 100? And we built 25 stowaways for the first batch, and we actually built 16 chameleons as well. The chameleons we did a special pre-sale price on, and they were sold out before almost we went into production. But we built 25 stowaways. 9 of them were sold in China before we ever got into the U.S. And China is a big market for us, believe it or not. You would think it would not be, but probably we have sold somewhere around 50 stowaways in China, and this is the People's Republic. This is not Taiwan that we're selling. And it is a big market. They all want stowaway ones. They all want rear brakes on them, and they all do these brake skids. So we can't sell any without rear brakes in them. But you know, we sold out these 16 just immediately, and we had some issues with them. A lot of them, I know Travis and Tom wrote reviews on it. One thing you will find about us, we're incredibly responsive to any changes we made. We sold the first trike in November. We're on our 3rd generation already, and we made a lot of changes. The first ones, most notably, was how the seat mounted. We were having some seat mounting issues, and then you'll see something that we developed, which is a quick release trike wheel that comes out the bottom. And I know Tom looked at those today, and Travis will tell you his statement was, everybody's going to be doing this thing, you know. And then we like to be a little bit innovative. But as a matter of fact, we sold, you know, we sold out those 16. We decided, well, we're going to, you know, just really be optimistic. We built 50 next. And the 50 we got in March. I have a couple of really big dealers. Utah Trikes, obviously, being the biggest of everybody. Rob is actually the second one. Utah Trikes sold 18 stowaways the first week. And we basically, we shipped whatever wasn't sold, we gave to him. He has almost 50 of them on order right now. Hopefully we can ever get them to him. So, but we have 100 on the way. We did actually have a paint issue in China, and which we're resolving. But we should have 100 to sell at the end of July. They're virtually all sold out as well. We're kind of taking orders for the next one. At the same time, we have a lot. You know, we haven't really had a trike to sell since March. So we have a lot of free time on our hands. We have certainly not been idle, and we're making this some good use. And you'll see some new products out there that we developed that are really pretty innovative. So let me get I don't want to be on the there's some important stuff coming out there. First thing we did, we changed the stowaway frame some. The new ones, the 2 that I have out there are the 2nd generation. We changed the axles. Just felt there was too much welding and too much chance for failure. We're doing the axles like the chameleons. We also moved the steering back a little bit. One thing that everybody is amazed about Trident is the 8-foot turning circle, and everybody out there was putting donuts in there. Even though we moved the steering back, it will not affect that turning circle. The tandem, I don't know that we measured it, but the tandem will turn a circle in those singles. And we were pulling donuts in that parking lot with all the trikes around there today, so it was fine. We do have a hard shell seat. The first prototype was in the parking lot today. It will fit any of our trikes. We have knocked off the main seat cushion as well, and it looks identical. We managed to get some of that material. And you will find, as with the rest of our products, we'll be about half the price of everybody else on that one as well.